Motherhood people, thank you so much for clicking into this video. Guys, thank you so much for always coming to watch my content. Thank you so much for my returning subscribers and also my returning viewers for your support. Guys, in today's video I have done this is, if you see me sitting here, this is part of stories of our lives. We have an episode, for those who are new here, we have an episode which is called Stories of Our Lives. This includes stories of anyone who would come to, like, we just sit down and talk of our stories, including my stories and any other person's stories. One thing, I do stories, my personal stories and other people's stories, to motivate people. Maybe at some times you might be going through something, and maybe what I'll talk about or the experience that I have and I've talked about it might help you to motivate and also to encourage someone. We are at motherhood episodes under our stories, and this is episode 3 of motherhood. Guys, if you've not watched my motherhood episodes, episode 1 and episode 2, episode 1 is my pregnancy story with the twins. Episode 2 is the labor and delivery story. Guys, you are missing a lot. Today's video, guys, we want to talk about stepping into motherhood. If you are a mom, please give this video a thumbs up. Or if you are a parent, I know even dads, because you've always been in that life and in that journey up to where your kids are being delivered and now you are in parenting. Guys, I'm talking about my first time being a parent. Now I just want to give you stepping into motherhood as a first time mom and you have twins. Guys, comment down below, what was your experience? What was your shocking moments? What did you know that you came to know after you've given birth? And guys, let's get into the video. Now, one thing that I came to realize when I had already given birth, I thought like you are just giving birth and everything is okay. Guys, one thing that was really boring for me is, you know guys, after birth you have to have your menses for a certain period, then now you're okay. That thing used to, like, I used to feel like, what's this? I thought I was giving birth and this is something imeenda. So when you've given birth, it's obvious you've given birth, and you have to be in your menses up to at a certain point. Maybe some people take even 1 week, some people take 3 days, some people take, I don't know. Personally, comment down below. Then I really hated that moment. And guys, there's something that always happens. I don't know, because I've been told, like, whenever you don't go through the stomach aches, the baby gets to experience the stomach aches. Now guys, I personally, for my first pregnancy or my first delivery as a first time mom, I didn't experience the stomach ache personally, but the babies experience it. Guys, note that we are talking about 2 babies, twins, and guys, this was hectic. It was hectic. Remember, these are 2 babies, and you need to take care of these 2 babies. I really thank my sister who will be watching this. Thank you so much. Cause you know guys, 2 babies, you don't sleep. If you have 1 baby and you don't sleep, guys, I know you have 2 babies. The experience with twins is, guys, when when one wakes up, it takes like a few minutes, then the other one wakes up. It was hectic. My first time, let me tell you, I remember the first time I was even woken up like, do you know you have babies, you should breastfeed these babies, they're really crying. And I really slept. I was like, I didn't even know. Me, I knew like when you've given birth, it's over. Now guys, another experience that you should know, if you will be watching this and you are maybe you are in your last trimester and maybe you are also expecting to have a baby or planning to have a baby, or we are still waiting for God to bless you on the same. Guys, there are certain things that you should note. You should note that there's that Kids are different, but what I've told you, like I've also had that people, some experience it, like the stomachache, some the babies experience it. But guys, there's the crying part of the babies for quite some time. These babies will cry for 3 months, crying. Guys, one thing I didn't know is the crying of the babies. The second thing also is washing of the babies. Since they're young and they're small, guys, you need to like be careful when you're washing them. You will just carry a baby like this and then ateleze anguke, you see. So that was another thing that shocked me when I even gave birth. Now, the other thing, guys, I don't know. This is something that I think each and every woman has to experience when now you start breastfeeding. The breast, like sores that comes here on your nipple, the nipple, how do we call it, nipple something, yeah, then you get to experience that. I remember I would even stand so that the baby can breastfeed, guys, because it's so painful, and it has to have that sore and or the nipple, so that I don't understand this, but that's my experience. If you experience the same, kindly comment down below, because there's you have to have that how do we call it, nipple something, nipples. I know right now people have the nipple creams and everything, but you get to experience that one, the cut that comes around your nipple. It's so painful, guys. And remember, it's this side and this side, and remember, you have 2 babies. I didn't know. 1, I didn't know the cry of the babies. 2, washing them. 3 is that of the nipple. Then another thing also, guys, I didn't know about the how do we call it? Is it the cord? Is it the umbilical? Yeah. Is it the umbilical? Yeah. I didn't know that it takes some time so that it drops. Me, I knew like when you give birth to a baby, the baby comes with the umbilical cord. It's okay, like mine. Then now you're being told, no, don't touch it. No, do this with spirit. Do this. If you are a new mom, these are the things that happen. I know this is part of my experience, but as I have talked to other moms also, this is something that is always happening, because there's that umbilical cord that, do we call it umbilical cord? Guys, kitovu, kindly comment down below. Kindly comment down below and let me know how we call that kitovu, so that when it is pegged until it fall down, then you have to put some spirit, or I don't know if you are in the village, they have some things to put so that it can just get come out quickly, and also it can also get I don't know how I can say ipone. So that's the word, ipone in Kiswahili, guys. So guys, stepping into motherhood, it was hectic. Now you know these babies will sleep during the daytime, but usiku, way at night, I would even sit down and ask myself, I would even ask like, hi, people are already asleep, but you and your babies, you are awake, because these kids will cry. Then in the morning, they're okay. In the morning, they're okay. They cried for like 3 good months. They cried. Guys, you see, then another thing also, the funniest part with these babies is when you carry one, when you just touch this one, the other one also senses. Now you just breastfeed this, and once you're done, you put this one down, the other one wakes up. So that's the routine that you will have. So the other person has to carry this, and the other person has to carry the other one. I don't know if you are a mom of multiples, kindly comment down below. And I watched a certain video today of a certain young mom who has twins, and she was also complaining about the babies crying. Guys, they do cry. I know I've had some teachers with other moms who have multiple moms, and they also say like the babies cry a lot. I know even I've experienced one baby also, but how one baby cries, it's totally different with the other one. You know, when you buy the Bonisan and everything that you give them when they are crying, guys, you know, you double it. Now another thing, one thing that I liked was like washing their clothes, because they are so small clothes, and you get to hang them on the line. That was my best moment. That was my best moment. But washing the babies and everything was like, oh, I don't know if this was supposed to happen. I don't know. I didn't even know that when you are buying clothes, you should buy some at least oversized kidogo, then some will fit them, because these babies grow very fast. You give birth to them like after 2 weeks. The clothes, when you buy small clothes like very tiny, they can't just put them on again, guys. Another thing that I didn't know, guys, I came to know when I've given birth, like when the first poop that the baby's that's come out of the baby is blackish. I don't know if you guys are getting me. I don't know if you guys are getting me about this. It's a black poop, and these black poop, guys, they are very, like, you can put the diaper right now, then after 10 minutes they poop, another 10 minutes they poop again. You see, I didn't know about the black poop. Guys, comment down below if this is some things that you guys also realize as when you became a first-time mom. Because right now I've given birth twice, and I can compare. I can like compare babies number one and baby number 2. So guys, I didn't know that there's something like that. Another thing, after the poop, the black poop, there's this other poop that starts coming out like milkish. I don't know, it smells so bad, by the way. It smells so bad, like it's like how do I say it? It's mixed up of the milk. Then that one. Another thing that also shocked me is, guys, breast milk can stain your clothes. Breast milk can stain your clothes. Like the breast milk, it smells so bad, by the way. Oh, that thing smells so bad. It smells so bad that it can stain all your clothes when you are not careful. That's why I think nowadays people have the breast pad and everything. So, guys, what did I know? What did I not know that I knew when I've already given birth? Now, because that is stepping into motherhood, guys. Stepping into motherhood. I didn't know about the breast milk. If it smells so bad when it like covers your nini. And also something also I didn't know, guys, is when the baby is crying, you get to feel as a mom. I think as mothers, we are so attached to our babies, that when you walk out of the house and the baby cries, you get to feel on like in your boobs, you get to feel like the baby is crying. It's the attachment between the mom and the kid. I didn't know that, guys. I didn't. This is stepping into motherhood. Now you know the journey continues. The journey continues. I didn't know there's a part that they should be growing teeth. They should be growing teeth, and this would bring bring a lot of things, like the baby will cry, like the baby will bring some diarrhea, will also bring some fever. These are some things that we get to learn when, as a first-time mom, you get to learn on the journey, because motherhood is a journey that doesn't end, guys. Motherhood is a journey that doesn't end, because even right now, you are someone that you have your family, and when you still go back to your parents, like to your mom still takes you like the little baby she was carrying. they still take you as their babies, because there's that feeling of mom-child. And that's the same as us also. When your baby outgrow and maybe they become so big and they even get married, and you still feel like that's your baby, is part and parcel of you guys. I didn't know about the teeth. When the teeth starts coming out, there's that fever, there's that diarrhea part, you don't know how to do, you keep asking. And guys, when you ask a lot of people gets to give you, one thing that I've realized, everyone speaks about what happens to them. And these things are totally different, experiences are totally different. My kid might be crying about the stomach aches and everything, the pain, and yours might not cry. Mine might react very badly about them coming out of teeth. Yours might not. You see, so these things vary. There might be a slight diarrhea. There might be very not slight, like a severe diarrhea. And another thing also, guys, that I didn't know. I'm forgetting something here. Another thing that I didn't know is about these injections that they are being given, what the immunizations, that they keep the baby to have fever and everything. About anything, you just carry the baby and take the baby to the hospital for the clinics, and you come back and there's fever. And one thing, guys, when you're a first-time mom and you feel like your baby has fever, you can run like a mad woman. But thank God, as moms, we are like doctors also. When you get to learn and we get to talk to other mothers, very many people, and these mothers get to tell you their experience, you get to share the experience. At least you pick 1 to 3 things. If you are expecting, guys, there are certain things, they might happen to you, they might not happen to you. Like the ones that I've said, they might happen to you, they might not happen to you. So you actually pick different things. I think also when I didn't know, like when I buy clothes, I need to buy some bigger clothes kidogo. And another thing, I really enjoyed, like at some point, like dressing them and everything. And another thing that I've learned along with also motherhood is crawling of the babies. I know I've known of some babies who don't crawl. Like personally, my babies don't crawl. Some babies crawl with their buttocks, like their bum bum. They just go like this. And some babies like scroll with their knees. And I don't know, it varies between kids. Also, I didn't know, like when they are supposed to sit, you have to look for something. Like guys, if you don't have money to buy the baby seat, what do we call it? The things that baby sits on and everything. The baby walkers and everything, the sitting part of it. There's something that I was told, like baby girls get to sit very quickly than baby boys, because the baby girls have at least their hips. I don't know, something that I was told like that. But I think also I came to like know about it because I have girls and boys. So comment down below if you have a baby girl and a baby boy, and maybe the period that the baby girl took to like sit properly down and the one that the baby boy took to sit down are totally different. I think to me, I think I can say, yeah, they vary, because the baby girl might come soft, like might akwame haraka, like when they are sitting, they get to sit very quickly rather than the baby boys. The baby boys will at least take some time. And I think also walking, also crawling and also walking. But the thing with the twins, one would start, then after this one starts sitting, and maybe now they are steady, a little bit steady, then the other one now starts. That's what I've experienced with twins. Even when they are walking, this one starts walking, then the other one now starts walking. Guys, I think motherhood is a very interesting thing, and it's At sometimes it's overwhelming, at sometimes it's hectic. And I remember there was a time I used even to cry, because now the babies are crying, even me, I'm crying. I can't even explain when you ask me what is happening. You can't, because sometimes you're overwhelmed. You need someone to help you. I feel like right now, I feel like each and every mom, even if it's a firstborn, even if it's a secondborn, guys, you need someone to help you. Because sometimes it can be overwhelmed. It can be overwhelming. Yeah, that's the correct word. It can be overwhelming. Because guys, at sometimes you've given birth, and now like someone who has gone through CS, that one obviously needs someone to help. Even someone who was just given birth naturally. Guys, you're still a little bit light. You need someone to go for different errands in the house. But I see some ladies, you just give birth and wake up and start doing your things. I know situations force people to do so, but I was told like when you give birth you are still light, very light, that some how do we call this thing, meningitis might attack you with here. That's what I was told by my doctor, like you need to at least rest for some weeks at least. But you find like how the situation is, a mom might give birth and like you just come home and start doing, because at some point you have other kids also and you don't have like resources to actually employ a nanny. But now that's the situation, you just have to do it. But guys, you need to look at yourself before doing everything. I think another thing, guys, is now when another thing, guys, that this is like a journey. This is motherhood journey, stepping into motherhood journey. Another thing also that I didn't know, that I learned along the journey, is when the kid starts talking in my local language, or how do I put it, in my village or in my tribe, we believe that when you keep on giving your kid eggs, the kid gets not to talk so fast. I don't know, is it a belief or is it a myth? But it's a belief that people have. I don't know. If you are a doctor and you'll be watching this, kindly comment down below and let me know if this is. I've never had a discussion with a doctor to ask about this, because I was told that when you give a lot of eggs to your kid gets to take quite a longer period before the kid starts talking. Yes, guys, those are some of the things that I've learned along in motherhood. That's why I've called the video like stepping into motherhood. Guys, kindly comment down below and also suggest some other topics that we might talk about as our stories and motherhood episodes. Guys, this is episode 3, guys. What another thing that I learned, I'm trying to remember, and some other things that I learned through my stepping into motherhood as a first-time mom. Another thing that I also learned is one thing I also learned, guys, and this one I realized that some babies do experience this. Like when you give birth to your baby, they should be checked their gums. There are some things that they always say they are plastic teeth. I don't know how you guys call them, but to me, I've been told they are called plastic teeth, which they need to be like plugged out. I know there are those Kenyeji people who does that. They how do we call them? The midwives who does that. And I know there are some, you will be given a certain, I don't know if we call it a drug or how do you, so that you can just pinch it like this so that it can go back, or if it persists, it should be removed out. So if you're a first time mom, guys, you check on your baby's gums when you give birth to them, so that so that you can know. I know some people, personally, I don't know, because with my firstborns there was nothing like that. With my secondborn there was, because I think someone is the one who realized this for me, because it kept the baby like having a lot of fever every now and then, and I didn't know what was happening. But when this person was an older person, elder, I don't know, wherever, so it was that kind of person. So when the person held the baby and started looking at the mouth, inside the mouth, then this person realized that that's something that is happening. Another thing also, guys, I didn't know that there is things that comes out in the baby's tongue. Sometimes when you start giving them, you start breastfeeding, or sometimes when you start giving them the feeder, there are some things that comes out like, I don't know, there's some like sores, vidonda hivi, which at some point get to come out and at some point doesn't get to come out, because these days I see people sterilize and everything. I've never used that, but I think it works. What worked for me was, I used to take the how do we call the feeder itself, that mouth, and I dip it into hot water so that it can I think it was a way of sanitizing it, by the way. That's what I was told to do. It was a way of sanitizing it, and I did even that for my secondborn also. But guys, I realized that whenever you keep on like dipping it into hot water, so that a boiling water, it becomes so hard. Then guys, there's a certain point where you reach now, you want to take your baby out of breastfeeding. That part is so hectic also, guys. That part is also so hectic. What I used was aloe vera. I just took aloe vera, and the first time I just smeared the aloe vera, actually the baby walinyonya. So the second time what I did, I took aloe vera and I just put it under like a burning fire. Then now it brought the taste that the baby doesn't want. I think that's also the hardest point for us, when now you are departing with your baby, like the baby needs to be alone and you need to be alone. They don't need to breastfeed. I also realized that babies don't like their food. They will like your food. And some babies don't like eating, some like eating. This is something that is there. But you just need to keep them, like to make sure they take even small portions. Some babies don't like to eat, some babies like to eat. And also guys, at some point when that maybe you are being advised to maybe breastfeed exclusively for 6 months and you don't have milk, I don't know, comment down below how you guys did. But personally, I have never breastfed for exclusive like 6 months, because I don't have milk and it's quite hectic for me. Guys. I think where we've reached, I've tried touching 1, 2, 3 things of what I learned during the motherhood journey, stepping into motherhood as a new mom. Comment down below, let me know what you learned or what I've left out, guys. And I think there's something also. What am I forgetting? Guys, comment down below. I know these things, you guys know them. If you're a mom and you had experienced something that have not captured or that have also captured, kindly comment down below. Let me know how you experienced it. Let me know how you tackled it, guys. Let me know how you tackled it also. And another thing, again, yes, let me know how you tackled it. If you are a new mom who is watching this, this is kind of experience. You are not alone. These are kind of experiences that every woman experience. You might be experiencing this, and you get to think that you are alone. You are not alone. Very many people have experienced this. If you're a mom and you are looking into, not even a mom, you are looking into getting a baby, these are some of the things that you will get to experience. And another thing also, if you're praying to get one, may God bless you so that you can get one. If you're a guardian also, thank you also. And I salute all mothers and mother figures out there. I'm shooting this video on International Women's Week, and I want to wish everyone a happy International Women's Day. Guys, don't forget to subscribe, don't forget to like this video, and also comment. Cheers, guys.